Hey there, everybody. Happy Monday. Had some, tip when it comes to interviewing, know what you want. If it's on video or virtual, make sure that you're on there on time, right? Be maybe 5 minutes a little bit early. It's better for you to be waiting than for them to be waiting for you. Dress to impress, right? If the clothing of the profession is to wear a tie, wear a tie. If it's to wear a suit, wear a suit. You can wear shorts if it's still Zoom call, so that way they don't see what's going on below. Test your audio, test your video, clean your camera if you need to. That way you're putting your best foot forward with individuals. The next thing that I would say is it's okay in your answers to know exactly what you're looking for, being very specific. I think sometimes people, they shy away from being very specific because they don't want to make it sound like they're not ready for that role. Show them that you're ready for a specific role, especially if it's the one that you're interviewing for. So for example, don't be talking to somebody in sales if you ultimately want an HR job, because then you're talking to the wrong person. Next is do your homework. Make sure that you've done some research on the company that you're talking to, maybe even the people that you're going to be interviewing with. If they've given you their name, look them up on LinkedIn, connect with them. If you're still employed, then maybe don't connect with them because you might not want people to be finding out that you're connected with people from that organization if you're trying to keep it a little bit more quiet. And then I would say when it comes to the next step, ask them, what is the next step? What more do you want from me to keep moving along in the process? So that way you know what the expectations are of the interview. Final thought: after this weekend when I realized I didn't reach out to a friend in quite several months, or gosh, yeah, probably several months, is reach out to some friends, see how they're doing. Turns out. Hey there, everybody. Hope you're doing great. Busy day. Unfortunately for us, leadership, Matt has decided that he's going to no longer be with the firm, decided to go somewhere else. And so when that kind of situation happens, right, where kind of a leader leaves an organization, he's a great leader, it sheds a little bit of a shockwave, right, to people. And there is a little bit of, the stages of grief that people will go through, the shock, the awe. Some people will get like bargaining, hey, what can you do to stay type of an attitude. And then, of course, there's acceptance. But every single person has a different way that they deal with this kind of change. For me, I just kind of run headstrong right at it. So the team wanted to cancel a meeting that we had later on today. I said, let's just keep it as a leadership team. Let's talk about what we need to do in order to make sure that we can still get what we need to get done. At the same time, we can support each other in the midst of all this, and whatever few tasks that he was working on can make sure that still get done and executed. And of course, there's a huge chunk of what he was dealing with that's going to get lost the wayside, but that's where someone else is going to pick it up. And so on that meeting, then Zach was able to jump in with kind of a corporate office, who we work with. And so they're able to just chime in and just offer their support. And so that was valuable. Now it's on to just making things happen. That's the main goal right here, is to do whatever we can to drive results. And that's ultimately the role that I'm in. Leadership, you got to get results. Turns out. Crushed it on the morning drive. Hey there, everybody. Hope you're doing great. Wednesday here. Head to the Now Media Studios up there to run Biz Talk with Sherman. Hope you're all doing great. Decided to put the jacket on today. All right, everybody. Here I am with my 16-year-old son here. He has his permit, so he's driving, getting in some time here. Reminds me, when we're learning a new skill, it's not always perfect. And what we need to do is to get out and do it. And so even though not every turn, not every reverse, not every park job is perfect the way that he wants it to be, the way that I want it to, the way I want it to be, at the same time, the most important part is walking away after the drive and saying, hey, what did I learn? What was good? What was insightful? And then what can I be working on next time? And so that's very like any other new skill that we have. Learning how to Zoom, learning a new craft like video editing or posting on social media. What are some different things that I could do to be getting better? What are you working on? Sherm's out. Hey there, everybody. Two of the most powerful words to be said in the English language. Thank you. And having an attitude of gratitude helps you have, I would think, a better perspective than thinking like you don't have certain things or that there's things that are deficient or void in your life. But when we can be grateful for all the things that we have. Thankful for our health. Thankful that I wake up in the morning. Thankful for my 16-year-old son who's driving me right now today. Well, he's getting some time in and I'm here as a passenger. But thank you is a powerful way for us to be able to appreciate and express that to others. When we show that attitude of gratitude, it can allow us to really start seeing our lives in a much better perspective instead of what we don't have or what we want to have. What do you think? Turns out. Hey there, everybody. Happy Wednesday vlog folks, subscribers. It was a very productive day here on Wednesday. Headed into the office. Was able to conduct an interview there, and then after that went to the Now Media Studios, had 4 people on the show. Just great to be able to just hear their story, share their story. Looks like we'll be able to work with Now Media. I was able to make that, they already made the introduction, they know who they are. But Chris over at 5 Star Painting wanted to be a host himself, and so we talked a little bit about it. And he's a veteran. After 21 years, he flew helicopter for the Navy, and so we had a great conversation about being able to leverage that as an opportunity. And then we, after that, went to the office, had another interview, and then after that interview, had a quick conference call, was able to have some Whataburger over lunch, and then headed home, and then made a few phone calls, sent out some emails, had to mail out a package through UPS, and now we're back home. So hope you're all doing great. Sherm's out. Hey there, everybody. Had a great conversation today about expectations with the team. We are in a mastermind group, and I believe mastermind groups are an opportunity not to facilitate like you're the one that has all the information, but to facilitate a conversation where you're asking questions to the group and there's participation from them to be able to talk about what are some things that they do, that they are talking about. And then most importantly, at the end of the mastermind group is what are the actionable takeaways that we can actually implement? What are the things that we can do? So if let's say it's a mastermind group that's been created for Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, is what can we do to keep each other accountable? Have you created your affirmations? Have you, are you, networking? Are you getting out? Are you putting into place all those different things that are being encouraged and taught about in that book? And so I find that mastermind groups are only as effective as a facilitator to be able to make sure that there are takeaways every single time you meet. What are your thoughts? Sherm's out. All right, everybody, Thursday night, or I guess it's Friday morning, it's 2:30. I teach early morning Bible study seminary tomorrow, or in like 3 hours. So my concern is that if I go to bed, I won't be able to wake up on time. So I'm gonna do some work because I am taking basically like a half day to get passport appointment done tomorrow. So sometimes you just gotta balance it out. The most important thing is just getting the work done. So got my laptops here. And post, let's go through. Let's go. Hey everybody, despite all the talent in the world, we got to put in the work. And so sometimes I think when people have a natural talent for certain things, they take for granted the need to put in the work. And so if you have an ability to speak or to be able to communicate well, how much practice are you putting in? How many times are you actually recording yourself to see how it's coming across? Also, if there are different things that you're pushing yourself to accomplish and achieve, are you giving yourself the patience to see it all the way through, to see it come to fruition? If let's say you're promoted into a managerial or a leadership role, are you looking at ways to be able to improve yourself? Different leadership courses, webinars, YouTube videos, books that you could be diving into or listening to. When we are able to put in the work and match it with talent, great things happen.